The loot box system in this game is so horrible. I don't know how many loot boxes I've opened, but not one of them has actually given me anything uber awesome. At least in whatever the fuck, Cockwatch, you might get a legendary every now and then. And even if you get like a legendary you already own, there's a feeling kind of like, oh, that's bullshit, but at least it's a legendary. In this, it feels like all I'm getting are fucking sprays over and over again. What asshole is responsible for this evil?
Hi players, this is John Boyega. Thanks for joining the Star Wars Battlefront II multiplayer beta.
And they expect you to be excited. As soon as you start the game, they play that same trailer that's on YouTube. Hi, this is John Boyega, and this is Star Wars Battlefront II. Oh, suck my dick, John. Fuck you. Fuck The Force Awakens. Trying to sit here and shove down my goddamn throat that this is any less shit than the last game. All right, granted, it is less shit, but good fucking goddamn. Have I ever been fucked so miserably and had to pay for it? I mean, granted, it's an open beta and I didn't pay for it, but still I feel ripped off. Like, your initial thought is like, hey, this isn't bad. And then you play for like a day, and then all of a sudden the reality comes in that this is crap. The loot box system is so designed to milk you for cash, and people are still writing hashtag hyped on Twitter. I want to find these fucking degenerates and have them put in a mental asylum. Sucking the dick of a company. What is wrong with you? This is so much better. Yeah, it's better than shit, but god damn it, dude. How many times did they give me like 10 little pieces of bullshit, and you need 600 to make a gun?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Oh, the Star Wars Battlefront beta. That's right, Smokey. The Star Wars Battlefront beta. It started off so promising. In all honesty, it's better than the last Battlefront game. But as I've said multiple times, it's not hard to improve on a nugget of shit. I mean, really. A few extra nuggets might even seem like a boon compared to a singular nugget. Unless it's multiple nuggets of shit on your fresh new carpet, then yeah, it's always all around bad. But all jokes aside, it's better. The gameplay's better, the shooting mechanics better, more responsive. At least a flight simulation is actually a flight simulation. It's not that sort of easy arcadey any asshole with one hand could play it. Now it requires some semblance of skill, which is good. It still feels off compared to any other flight sim I've ever played, but I can't expect that much. It's fucking EA, DICE, and Battlefield. Man, I never thought there'd come a day when I see a game for DICE and I think, there's a good shot it's trash. I mean, before EA acquired DICE, man, DICE used to be the shit. Even when EA had DICE, like Battlefield 3 was still a good game. Wasn't as good as Bad Company 2, but come on, it was still good. And then Battlefront 4, still good. It wasn't as good as 3 or Bad Company 2. And now we have Battlefield 1, which just seems like trash. I'm sorry. But I digress. That has nothing to do with the situation. The Battlefront 2 beta pretty much... The Battlefront 2... Oh my god, I can't even fucking do this, dude. I can't. The Battlefront 2 beta is essentially a preview of the fucking game. EA doesn't let out a beta of a game and then drastically change it. What you get in this beta is probably what's going to be in the launch release title. Fucking forget it. There might be a shot where EA will begrudgingly listen to the people who are realizing that the microtransaction boxes suck a lot of dick, but probably won't. It's fucking EA. They don't give a shit. They know that there's a large group, the silent majority, will buy this game. They will pay for microtransactions. They've already pre-ordered this special $200 edition, day one pass with a triple nut bypass, and they're gonna make their money. Even if 90% of the audience is turned off to the microtransactions, 10% of the audience supporting it pays for everything in spades. That's why they keep doing it. That's why all these games have microtransactions. Yeah, a lot of us aren't doing it, but for the ones that are doing it, they're paying for the whole setup. And don't get me wrong, this game is pay to fucking win. I told Zill about it and he gave me his 2 cents, but honestly, I didn't really agree with him. This game is flat out pay to win. You got to get the better cards. You're gonna have to get loot boxes for them. To upgrade your cards, you need loot boxes. Loot boxes are the only way for you to get the little pieces of fucking bits. You know, those little parts, you know, you need those parts. You can't get them any other way than a fucking loot box. And playing the game normally, I don't know how many hours I put in. I know on the stream I did 5 hours. I know I must have played 5 hours not streaming. So I'm gonna say I played at least 10 hours, and still I only had enough bits to buy one scope for a fucking gun for the heavy. One. So essentially it took me 10 hours to acquire 100 bits. And a gun costs, well, if you want the next tier gun or whatever, you need 600 bits. 600 bits, 100 bits, 10 hours I'm averaging. So, fuck, dude, 60 hours to get them normally. From my sort of off the top of my head math. Who the fuck made you, Neil deGrasse Tyson, you dumb fuck? You don't need to be an algebra major to do simple mathematics. This game was designed to milk your bitch ass out of every fucking dime it can. And it will. It will. The card system, another shitty part. The card systems are expensive as fuck. To upgrade your card, if you like it, it's 120 fucking parts. I just told you it's 10 hours to get 100 parts. Just to get it to level 2 or whatever is 120. And I'm presuming, or assuming I should say, that each level up requires more bits. To the point of where Boba Fett's little jetpack, he can receive 100% less damage while in the air flying and bombarding you with rockets. Imagine how fucking OP that will be. Imagine how many people have free access to their fucking family members' credit cards or whatever, and they have money just to burn on dumb shit, and they're willing to fucking pay absorbent amounts of money just so they can have their Boba Fett card maxed out. So when they pick Boba Fett, they'll play Boba Fett the whole match. You're shooting this motherfucker, and he's damn near invincible in the fucking skies. But then again, if you watch the Star Wars movie, one random laser in Boba Fett's fucking jetpack, and he fell into the, what, Snorlax pit? I want to say Snarlack, but I'm probably thinking Snorlax from... what the fuck is that fucking pit? But in the fucking Battlefield game, Boba Fett could be just assaulted with billions of lasers and be fine. After playing this game for a prolonged period, the initial feeling of it being awesome wears pretty quickly. Within 2 or 3 hours, you will realize that this game has nothing else to offer other than what you've played. It'll just be on different maps. You'll realize that fucking upgrading your character is pointless. Whether you're good or bad at the game, you all make the same amount of credits. Credits are what you use to buy loot boxes. I guess that's the loophole. Well, you earn credits to buy loot boxes. Yeah, but the loot boxes 9 times out of 10 give you fucking garbage. This has been clear since the day they had like the closed alpha testing when it was leaked about the loot boxes. And for some reason, people are ignoring this shit. I remember playing the fucking beta, going on popular websites, because if you want to know what the silent majority thinks or the idiots think about games, go to popular websites. Go to GameStop. Go to IGN or GameSpot, whatever. Go to Kotaku, read the comments of people saying that this is a great game, they're gonna buy it, pre-order, so on and so forth. And anyone who says it's bad is just hopping on the EA bandwagon, saying, like, just wants to say EA sucks because it's cool. Wrong! The people who are saying EA sucks are the ones that are wise enough to realize that this company destroys great fucking developers. This company takes games, whores them out to make the maximum amount of revenue. EA only has so many years on their fucking agreement with Disney before they will lose the rights to make Star Wars games. So right now, they gotta pump these suckers out, they gotta put microtransactions in, and they gotta milk you for every dime until contract is up, and they decide with Mickey Mouse and the rest of those Disney shills that are only into taking your money, whether they want to renew this contract to make more of these games to try and make more money. Is it profitable for them or not? If EA Star Wars games are not profitable, they'll stop making them the second that contract is up. This game is like, it's like a decent game covered in microtransactions. If this game was like $30, I wouldn't have a major bone with it. If this game was free to play, then I probably wouldn't have issues with all these microtransactions. You know, like, it's a free to play mechanic. It's a mobile game mechanic in this game. There's no defending it. There's no sitting here and saying it's okay, well, you don't have to buy into it. No fucking shit. Basically giving these companies a free pass by sitting there saying, well, I'm gonna buy the game, but I don't have to buy the microtransactions, doesn't make it okay. If you wanna buy the game, fine, but don't sit there and defend the fucking game. The game isn't your girlfriend, it isn't your boyfriend, it isn't your wife. The game is something EA sold to you in hopes that they'll be able to get you so frustrated with the game that you'll begrudgingly pay them so you could get a couple more coins or whatever, so you could buy more of these shitty fucking loot boxes that rip you off anyway. And the sad thing is, the loot boxes are worse than Overwatch. I never thought I'd see the day when I encounter a game loot box system that would make me think, wow, Overwatch's loot boxes are fair. It took Overwatch over a year to get rid of the duplicate fucking shit they had going on. I mean, if it wasn't so obviously skewed to try and milk you for money, I probably wouldn't have had as much of an issue with it. I actually enjoyed the game to a point, but once I started to realize that there was a wall I was hitting, the progression is locked behind loot boxes. It's not like Battlefield 4. It's not like you work on a certain class and you unlock tiers for that weapon and then you get the parts you want. No, it's like keep playing, keep getting only 150 fucking credits until you get to 1,000 credits, and then you can buy a fucking loot box, and if you're lucky, you get like 20 raw pieces of material. Then you hopefully can get enough of this raw material so you actually buy the gun you want or an attachment to it, which doesn't even matter because when you buy attachments in this game, they don't even show up on the fucking gun. The fuck is this shit? Maybe I'm spoiled by Escape from Tarkov, but there's some sort of satisfaction I get from buying an attachment and seeing it get on the fucking gun versus, oh, here's this new part that'll cool your heavy blaster and make it so it does some other bullshit, and you buy it, equip it, and there's no visual change to the gun. It's the same shit. And honestly, no matter what you do, you'll probably lose to the guy with the better cards than you. Like, you're gonna get fucking ganked in this game so many times, you'll sit there and go, what the fuck happened in that firefighter? I was hitting him in the face. Then it plays the fucking kill screen, and you see that they have these cards that are way better than yours, and all you can do is go, great. Fucking great. How the fuck am I gonna get that card? To even the odds. Dude, bitty, loot box, pay for it, faggot. I don't know, I'm sorry. I'm upset more because I see people supporting the game. I mean, there are people waking up to it, a handful. You know, I noticed ever since Angry Joe and some other, like Total Biscuit and some other guys put out their videos about the loot box system. Now I see the comment sections that were once filled with people praising the game, now saying the game is garbage and it's a ripoff and the loot box system is bad. And all I can think is like, where the fuck were these motherfuckers like 2 or 3 days ago before their favorite YouTubers put up a video to wake them up to this shit? It's kind of like John Oliver, alright? Like, I can sit there and tell people about net neutrality, I know personally, they don't give a shit what I have to fucking say about it. But the second John Oliver puts out a video, all of a sudden they give a fuck and they're informed. So it like takes a video to wake some people up to the reality. Fuck. Oh God, I'm sorry. If you want to buy the game, go right ahead. But just know what you're getting into. You're getting into a game that is pay to win. So if you're not willing to pay, you're probably going to have a bad time once people start deciding to open up their credit card a little bit more. And it's sad because you pay $60 for this fucking game and then you have to have these microtransactions in it. And I know people sit there and then turn around and go, well, the microtransactions are there because they don't have the DLC path anymore. So, you know, EA's doing something cool. I find it respectable. I literally saw someone say that they found EA respectable. I can't find the comment anymore because if I could, I would have put it up here. And I was like, oh my God, you're fucking insane. Do you really think EA, like, you know what EA did? They realized that the season pass fucked them. In the sense of, their people will look at the season pass and say, fuck it. Right? No, I'm not paying them $120 for the full Star Wars experience for the last game. No, fuck you, EA. They realized now that microtransactions, loot boxes are like becoming commonplace. Everything's got loot boxes with opening fucking animations and shit to make you feel like you're getting something special. What do you think I am, a fucking kid? I'm not retarded. I know this is designed to get money from me. And you like do some little bells and whistles and shake some shit around. I'm supposed to get happy. Fuck you. Point being, EA figured out if they made all the DLC free, it won't split up the player base, meaning people will still stick around. Smart business move. But they also realized if we add these little mechanics in here, people will stay and play. They'll eventually pay because they can't stand getting this shit kicked in. And even if they quit, so what? The people who stayed to pay for the loot boxes are gonna more than make up for the money we would have lost. The initial thing is to get you in. Buying the game is the taste. The real drug is the loot box gambling system that they added in there just to milk your bone dry. That's where the real money's gonna be made. So the people who don't pay for it, you already paid for the game, whatever, fuck you, we don't care about you. We care about getting the money from the people willing to pay us. That's what it boils down to. And if you're not willing to pay to play, or pay to win, you're gonna get trounced in time. And anyone who joins the game later on that's new will either A, be turned off to it, or immediately start buying loot boxes to try and play catch up with all the people who made a career playing this shit on Twitch, pretending it's a great fucking game. Yeah, I'm calling them out. All those fucking Twitch streamers and shit, and YouTubers who sit there and suck the dick of EA Star Wars Battlefront to push it down their fucking audience's throat, to make it seem like it's better than it is and these loot boxes and transactions aren't that bad, are fucking corporate shills who would sell you out in a heartbeat to fucking make a dime. If you don't think that some of these motherfuckers on Star Wars Battlefront updates wouldn't cut out your liver and sell it to the fucking black market, you got another thing coming if they thought it would boost revenue on YouTube. Gundam, you sound angry. I'm just saying, you know, it's kind of fucked that there are people who are willing to be bought to tell their audience, hey, this game is pretty awesome. Here are the Battlefield updates. Ooh-wee, what a great game. Thank you so much, EA, for flying us out here. We're checking out Battlefront 2 on my Twitch stream. Be sure to join. We're going to give away some stuff because you're a sheeple and we know you'll pay us. I mean, fuck. They're getting paid by EA to put this game down your throat to where you have to pay EA to actually have a decent experience, and nobody sees that there's an issue with this. I hope I never get like that. I hope I never become a complete paid piece of shit. This video is too long about nothing because it's hard to state in my sticking points. It's hard. No matter how good or bad you are at the game, you make the same amount of credits as the top guy or the bottom guy. And I know I've been at the bottom a couple times. And then there's some matches where I came out on top and I still made nothing. And the funny thing is, you're not paying attention to it most of the time. That's the thing. You're so ready to move on to the next match that you don't pay attention to the fact that you're basically getting paid jack shit. Except for Striker. If you do bad on Striker, you get like nothing. And I know that pretty well because I'm garbage on Striker. I'm complete trash in that mode. Oh well, that's gonna do it for me. Rate, comment, subscribe if you choose to. If not, that's totally fine with me because I feel this video ain't that great. I'm just basically telling you that it's a game that has potential to be good, but instead they decided to water it down with microtransactions and fuck the community and squeeze out as much money as possible. This isn't really news, it's typical EA. And I should be getting out of here. And I will admit, I was considering buying this for the sole purpose of streaming at the same time as DSP Gaming and trying to siphon off viewers from him. Because I feel like he's such a dickhead that it's almost like my personal obligation to become a thorn in his side with the way he treats his community. But that's a whole different thing. Well, I'm out of here. Adios, muchachos. And remember, as many of you that follows me, I will become a force in the industry that cannot be ignored. A man that cannot be bought. I'm going to be Harvey Dent before he becomes Two-Faced. I plan on dying a hero before I live long enough to become the villain.